Hey YouTube. So today I'm just going to be talking about a couple of strategies to save Yugioh. Now, right now Yugioh it's okay, but I feel like it's mostly based on whoever wins the dice roll, or whoever goes first. I feel like whoever goes first in a duel will win the duel like 80 to 90% of the time, and that's just ridiculous. I've been dueling for a couple of years now, and I've watched videos on YouTube and stuff, and it always seems like whoever goes first wins. Now, the first idea I have to help Yugioh is the person going first has 6 cards, like the regular 6 cards. But like each player will start off with 6 cards, and player 1 won't draw at all, so they'll just have 6 cards. Do their move, and player 2 will draw into their 7th card. Now, the reason I think this is fair is because player 1 has the opportunity to set down, power traps like Warning, Judgment, Bottomless, Mirror Force, Torrential, stuff like that, and set a monster or summon a monster, get a monster on the field first. So that's, they set a Ryko and then set like 3 power traps. That's just, it's not fair. What's the other, what's player 2 supposed to do, really? I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's not really fair in my opinion. So I think player 1 starts off with 6 cards, player 2 starts off with 6 cards, but they draw into their 7th, and player 1 does not draw at all. Another way I think Yugioh can be saved is a couple of these cards. Now, Trunade and MST, they're in the game, obviously. MST's at 2, Trunade's at 1. MST is not that, it's a good card, but it's not great. It's just a 1-for-1. I mean, one of yours for one of theirs. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. And Giant Trunade is, I don't play Trunade just because I feel like it's a minus. I mean, I guess I should play it. It's not a bad card at all. I mean, it's a good card, but it's not a great card by any means. Unless, you play it and you push for game, or you make a big play or something, but I mean, it's an alright card. But these cards have got to come back to the game. I think Heavy Storm should be at 2, and Cold Wave should be at 1. Cold Wave is a powerful card when played at the right time, and Heavy Storm is such a good card too. Or it's not even that good of a card. If this card is back in the format, then if this card's at 2, then your opponent won't be setting 3 back rows. They won't be. And Cold Wave is good too. I mean, you just play it and boom, nothing else can happen. The back row is frozen. So I'm really sick of back rows. I hate them. So I feel like this card at 2, this one at 1 would be very beneficial to the game. And yeah, keep this at maybe 1 or something, or 2, and this at 2 still. I mean, imagine if these are at 1 and these are at 2, or even if, these are both, like Heavy and Cold Wave are both at 1, this was at 1 and this was at 2. That would help the game so much, I think, just because of all the back row that's being played. I don't really understand why they came out with Solemn Warning. That was a dumb card. That's a stupid card, but you have to run it because it's so powerful. I think it should be down to 1. I think it should be down to 1 just like Judgment, but whatever. And once the rule change comes, then Bottomless is going to be broken too, so 5 cards in everybody's deck to stop summoning. That's why these cards have to come back, so you can actually put a monster on the field. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is almost like, if you can summon a monster and negate your opponent's summons, you win. Well, I mean, obviously, but that's not fair, I don't think. So, I mean, let's say they summon a powerful monster their first turn. Then they set their back row. You try summoning a monster, boom. They bottomless it, and let's say you don't have any good traps in your hands or something like that. Then they, or even if you do, you set one or something, they have MST, and then they summon another monster, then boom, two monsters on the field. They have 2 monsters on the field, and you don't have anything, and then what do you do? And you try summoning a monster next turn, and they warning it. That's stupid. I hate that. That's why these cards have to come back. 2, this set 2, this set 1. That's just what I think. So I guess if you like the video, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll probably put more videos up. Alright, see you, YouTube.